China has embarked on an increased nationwide crackdown against crypto mining. On Sunday, authorities closed down numerous Bitcoin mines in southwest Sichuan province, China's one of the largest crypto mining bases. The Chinese authorities have stated that an estimated 90% of China's crypto mining capacity will be shut down due to this crackdown, at least temporarily. Many other provinces have also developed rules for limiting the operations of such mining companies and have advised these companies to relocate overseas. Moreover, China's major banks have also agreed to non-cooperation with the clients dealing in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, including the removal of options to buy cryptocurrencies. Due to this crackdown, the Chinese-backed mining pools such as Binance have already faced severe drops in their real hash rates. And now, Bitcoin is tumbling too, as recently it dropped down to $30,000, the lowest ever in its past 5 months of operation. With China accounting for almost 65% of the world's Bitcoin production, the impact of this crackdown could be very damaging for companies and investors dealing with Bitcoin. China's authorities are of the view that as cryptocurrencies guarantee complete anonymity, thus it can be used for money laundering and terror financing. While some analysts are of the view that this crackdown has only slowed the mainstream acceptance of cryptocurrencies. But as soon as their environmental impacts are resolved, cryptos will bounce back. What are your thoughts on this? Do let us know in the comments. Facebook claims that it has developed an artificial intelligence system that can detect deepfake images, which could even potentially show how the image was engineered and can lead to their creators. Researchers at Facebook took a database of 100,000 deepfake images, out of which some images were used to train the AI, while others were used as an unknown origin testing sample. Though the researchers have not shared the statistics, they state that the results were way better than random, and that they are developing it further to catch up to new deepfake technologies. Meanwhile, after the success of Facebook Shops, the company has stated that it is also going to turn WhatsApp into a shopping hub having virtual storefronts. Facebook states that the prime target is to aid small businesses by providing them features for efficient operations. For example, businesses would be able to directly chat with their customers to better engage with them and respond to their concerns. Though this facility would be available in a select few countries at the start, eventually Facebook will enlarge its operations. Facebook has also been busy with the development of its gaming platform and gaming studio Oculus. In this regard, it has recently acquired the Fortnite of the VR world. Population 1, developed by Big Box VR, is a battle royale game that can host up to 24 people in a virtual reality world, full of excitement and competition. The game has been ranking top of the charts and has hit earnings of $10 million in only a few months of its operation, thus the acquisition by Facebook. On the other hand, Facebook's plans to put adverts into its Oculus VR games seem to be in shambles. After announcing that Facebook is going to show ads to players of a game called Blaston, Facebook received severe backlash from the users that even the developers had to state their disapproval. The users review bombed the game on the store, with some even stating the game developers to be a sellout. The company responded by tweeting that their game isn't the best fit for testing ads. Facebook had to call back its decision and states that it might test ads on some other title. Researchers at Toyota Institute are developing a robot that can not only do errands around the house but can also take selfies while doing them. This helper robot is trained through 3D geometry and synthetic data, making it able to understand objects, distinguish between them, and move them. The researchers state that previously the robots could not understand or distinguish reflective or transparent materials, but they have managed to train this one. In addition, this robot can learn through synthetic data rather than collecting physical data for long amounts of time and then practicing a task. Toyota states that the prime focus of this robot will be to help around house tasks, and the selfie taking training is given to make it appear more friendly. In other news, Lazareth, a French auto manufacturer, has released a futuristic motorcycle that can also fly. LVM 496 has four 1300 horsepower turbines attached to its sides, which can be used to take the vehicle into the air. In addition, it is electronic and is capable of 100 km per charge. The company has developed this vehicle as a limited edition, having only 5, and has priced it at a whopping $500,000. Meanwhile, scientists at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore have developed a backpack that can be attached to the back of a live cockroach. This backpack is a small computer chip fitted with an infrared camera, carbon dioxide sensor, and a temperature sensor, and can be steered remotely. In their tests, the researchers used the backpack on a cockroach to successfully find human presence in a simulated disaster scenario. The scientists state that though they can steer the insect to move right or left, they have no control over its start or stops. However, they are optimistic and state that this is the first step towards developing a fully robotic system called a cyborg insect. Which would aid in search and rescue, as current technology has too many limitations. What are your thoughts on the benefits of this technology, and how soon do you think it can become viable? Let us know in the comments.